This is Teaching to the Test Pattern.
Hey, buddy, welcome to Teaching to the Test Pattern. I'm Tom White, and today it's a solo show. It's my input, feedback, initial thoughts on the Blackmagic press conference yesterday where Grant Petty, the CEO of BMD, released the details and showed and actually told us that the ATEM Mini Pro is ready for purchase right now. I thought it was pretty rad. I wrote an article a couple months ago about how I thought the ATEM Mini was the perfect device for someone getting started with live streaming. And then Blackmagic Design came out with something even more perfecter. Yes, I'm making up my own words here. Perfecter is now a word in the podcast lexicon. Hey, before I get started, I want to make sure that I thank my sponsor, Amatrace, AMITRACE.com. So if your school is opening a new facility in the next 6 months, they're applying right now for what are called construction-related equipment grants, especially here in Georgia. The application window is now open for that. And long story short, it's a bunch of money that allows you to buy the equipment you need to get your new facility started. Listen, don't make the mistake I did. Call Amatrace, talk to them, tell them what you want to do, and they're going to take care of you. They're going to make sure that you have exactly what you need. AMITRACE.com. They know the ins and outs better than a lot of I may get in trouble for this. They know the ins and outs of how to do it better than a lot of CTAE directors. There you go. I said it. Because they do it. It's their job. It's how they get paid. So they're going to know the ins and outs really, really, really well in order to make sure that you get what you need and they get paid for their services. And not only, like, when I say their services, don't think I'm just talking about them helping pick out stuff. No. We're talking training. And not just, hey, here's what the buttons are. We're talking training. So definitely AMITRACE.com. Go check them out right now.
Teaching to the Test Pattern.
So Thursday night, I am sitting at the house and wrapping up a day of really doing nothing. Kind of hit the doldrums of, wow, we're still locked in. But I get an email from a good friend of mine at Blackmagic who says, hey, this is happening tomorrow. You need to make sure you check it out. And I went, awesome. Can't wait. 1 o'clock. I'll be there. Shortly thereafter, my superintendent emailed and said, hey, I need to make an announcement tomorrow. So I knew that I had to go in to the building to meet with him. And then the sheriff came, and then the county manager came, and it just and time got away. So I didn't get to see this announcement live. My hope was to do a live podcast while Grant Petty from Blackmagic Design was presenting, but that didn't happen. So I didn't get a hold of it until late yesterday evening. And what can I say? First off, let's just start with, if you don't know what the ATEM Mini is, it's a 4 HDMI input switcher that out of the box is stupid easy to use. Plug up your cameras, plug up power, USB into a computer, and that's pretty much all you have to have. Now, there is a HDMI output in the ATEM Mini that allows you to send a program or send a preview feed or what have you. Really, ATEM Mini is not irrelevant now, but for $200 more, the ATEM Mini Pro is hands down far, far better deal across the board. So what is the ATEM Mini Pro? Same thing, 4 HDMI input, USB out, HDMI out, but they changed some stuff. All of the Blackmagic stuff is network capable, so you can use IP infrastructure to really switch from anywhere on your campus or in your subnet or what have you. But with the ATEM Mini Pro, they said, you know what, let's use that Ethernet out. And let's make it to where, yes, you can control the ATEM Mini Pro with the ATEM control software. But let's also let's raise the stakes. Let's make it to where if you connect your computer to a Wi-Fi connection and you use your Ethernet capabilities out, you can now stream straight from the ATEM Mini Pro. No need for OBS, no need for Wirecast, no need for really any other thing. And it's not software encoded, it's hardware encoded. What does that mean? It means better picture. It means your viewers get to see the picture better. It means your work looks better. It sounds better. It streams better. It's easier. The way it works is you tell the ATEM Mini, hey, here is my YouTube stream key or my or Twitch or what have you, however you're streaming. You give it the back end information. You connect it to the internet and you hit a button on the front panel of the ATEM Mini Pro that says stream, and you're streaming. It's that easy. I mean, it really is. It's when I saw that, when they rolled that out yesterday, I went, wow, that's a game changer. So what does that do for you? That opens up your HDMI out. That opens your USB-C out. Oh, wait, USB-C. They were like, hey, we can't just let that sit there and do nothing. So imagine you have a thumb drive, a jump drive, whatever you call it, with 30 gigs of space on it. I'll plug that in to the USB-C, and you can record your footage live onto a USB-C. Anything. A portable hard drive, any of that stuff, just plug it in. And one of the things that freaked me out when Grant did it in the show yesterday, it was recording. He just unplugged it. And I was like, dude, you just lost all your footage. Nope. Literally plugs it into the computer. Good to go. No problem. Blown away. Now, ATEM Mini. Everybody says, hey, there's no multi-view. You can't do a live broadcast with no multi-view, da-da-da-da-da-da. Blackmagic said, okay, cool. Well, here you go. Here's a multi-view on your HDMI out. It's an option that you can switch, again, on that front control panel. That control panel on the ATEM Mini, I mean, it really allows you to do everything. It's ridiculous cool. So on your front panel, you can set your HDMI out to multi-view. You're going to have your top 2 boxes, preview program. Everybody knows that. The middle 4 are your 4 HDMI inputs. Here's where it gets really, really sexy. Your bottom row, your bottom left is media player. One over from that is your live stream. So it's monitoring your live stream. So you know whether or not you're streaming. You know what data rate you're sending out. You know that your cache is okay. Oh, by the way, it's got cache built in so you can make sure that you're streaming well. Yeah, again, ridiculous. The next box over, you can make sure that you're recording. It tells you how much space you have left. It tells you how much time you have left. Oh, and I didn't mention that if you have a way to switch disks, so if you're using the multi-port or some other USB distributor, you can hot swap in the show. You could just go, all right, let's go to input number 2 or output number 2, what have you, and done. And then your bottom row on the right are your audio monitors. Your producer can not only see what they're switching, they can see preview and program. They can monitor to make sure you're on air. They can tell you how long they've been on air. They can tell you the data rate they're sending out. They can tell you what they're recording, how long it's going to record, what source they're sending it to, and they can monitor their audio in one multi-viewer. Blackmagic said, okay, we raised the stakes. Here you go. And let's charge $1,000 for this. $595. Really? $595 will get you 4 HDMI in, 2 microphone in, so 2 1/8-inch jacks or 8-inch plugs in. You can stream straight from the box. You can record from the box. You can switch. You can add graphics. Your media player, you can have a bank of 20 graphics that you can drop in, and it'll alpha. So if you have an alpha graphic, you can drop it in, and you have a beautiful overlay. Built in to the HDMI inputs, scaler. So whatever you set as your input number 1, all of your other inputs will scale to that. So let's go on the road for a football game. Camera 1 is my wide shot. It's 1080 at 59. Camera 2 is 720 at 59. Oh no, Blackmagic says we got it. Boom, 1080, 59. Camera 3, same thing. And what I would do with input number 4 is I would make that my graphics from a computer. So now you can really do a jam up live broadcast out of one box. And if you're not live, you can record it. You can record it straight into the USB card. It is phenomenal. You must listen. If you're doing streaming and you don't get excited about this, I don't know what gets you excited. I mean, I really don't. For the footprint of about a laptop, you have all of that access. The footprint of the laptop being the control surface and a monitor. So really 2 laptop size footprint. You have 4 inputs for video. You have 2 additional inputs for audio. You can take your audio from your cameras as well. $595. Blackmagic really stepped up. And I didn't even get into what you can do with the Pocket Cinema cameras that they announced yesterday, by the way. I didn't get into several of the updates. They're all super important. Maybe I'll get around to those. But first, I got to get my hands on the new ATEM Mini Pro. Maybe I can call my friends at Amatrace. Wonder if they can get me one, because they're going to sell. They're going to be hot. I mean, the cool thing about this one is that they are ready now. Grant said that they are ready now. It's not like at NAB a couple of years ago where they rolled out I believe it was this TV Studio Pro, and they were like, yeah, it'll be ready about September. And then it was October. Then it was November. And by that point, everyone was hyped about it. So it was really March or April before you could get your hands on one. Grant says this one's ready now. If you're going to get it, you better get in there now, because as soon as this hits the market and people start giving the reviews, it's going to be hard to get your hands on one of these. So definitely go check out the ATEM Mini Pro, blackmagicdesign.com. It's going to be something that could change your world. I'm already getting excited for football season, not just because there's nothing else to watch right now, but because I could take this on the road with me and do a jam up show and not have to carry. I mean, when we started doing broadcast, it took an entire van to do a show. I could literally do it in probably 2 backpacks and a toolbox now. So definitely go check it out if you are into live streaming. If you're just getting started, this is the place to start with your live stream. It's scalable. You can do a lot of crazy stuff with it, but you can start with the basics. So definitely ATEM Mini Pro. By the way, Blackmagic Design didn't pay me for this. They didn't give me one. They didn't do anything. They don't even know I'm doing this. I'm going to email it to them later. You need to go check this out now, ATEM Mini Pro. Thank you so much for listening. Share a link for my shows with your friends. Tons of interviews coming over the next several weeks. Really excited about some of the stuff I have laid out. And as always, have a great day and go make some awesome.